of admin access. So we'll make our faces bigger so everybody can see us while we do the presentation. And again, I want to say to all of you all, thank you so much for being here. We're not going to take long. We're going to just share with you. We're going to add on what you've already heard from Rasheda and Tahira. It's absolutely amazing. You guys are going to be blown away about what we're going to share with you. Who thought that this juice would be doing so much stuff? But it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is crazy.
It is.
Okay.
All right. So Dexter and Tanya Joyner Scott, truly an honor to be here with you on today. As I sat and as I listened to Rasheda when you opened, I was sitting here like, that's all I need to hear right there. It blesses my soul. Anybody who knows us, hears from us, I'm very passionate when it comes down to this, when it comes down to us being able to come and share this type of information with people that we love and care about, and really to share it with the world. As an organization, what it is that we're doing now, we said to ourselves, we want this in 1 million households. And a lot of times we can hear things like that and it just sounds very cliche or, whatever, but this is really real for us. And it's because of the things that you were just hearing, what you were hearing her say. And I'm going to share some testimonies with you as well. That's just going to paint the picture a bit, just to kind of explain and to share why this is so passionate for us. So we've been in this industry now for about over 15 years. As you heard, we've made multiple 7 figures with it. What's our desire? Definitely want business partners. Our thing is, we can have another stream of income, paying bills, paying things off, being able to travel and just being at a place where you have peace of mind. And that right there was really big for us, which is what brought us into the industry. We've had bankruptcies, been in foreclosures, job loss, all those types of things happening and going on. And it's like, what in the world will we do? In addition to that, for me on my side, I can remember after we lost everything, had gone up, things went down, lost everything. Right. I just didn't want to go back to Wake County Department of Human Services. I was like, I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back there. And I was like, Dexter, do you think there's anything that we could do if you're working? I can just be a stay-at-home mom, be a good wife to you, mom to your kids. And he was like, of course. But what I sacrificed was my health insurance. Because of course, he's working, covered them to cover me. It was going to take too much out of the household. That was a sacrifice for me, but it felt better for me. And that's how we were able to grow. And we just began to build ourselves up personally, which is how the Upgraders was formed. And now here we sit with you to have these types of conversations that are literally changing people's lives.
Yeah.
Now, anything really awesome. You want to say?
Yeah. So you know where we're coming to you from. We're coming from North Carolina.
Might hear a little twang.
So we're on the East Coast, right? So it is what, 7:24 here, right? So you guys, I think, a little behind us. But anyway, wherever you are. But anyway, so you're looking at almost 22, is it 22 years?
Yes.
22 years of marriage. 22 years of marriage, 4 kids and 3 grandchildren. So we're just excited, folks. Yes. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you, life is lifing. Y'all know 2023, we've heard from a lot of people, 2023 it's a bit challenging. And then 2024 is starting out with just fireworks all over the place, right? But here's the thing, what Tanya and I are noticing is people are starting to take their health and wellness seriously.
Especially when you get up in age.
Yeah, especially because I turned 50. I turned 50 last October. So it's like my mind just like, okay, now I need to start thinking about a succession plan for the kids and the grandkids. So people are taking things seriously. We're on a challenge. I think Tahira's on it. I don't know if Rasheda's on it, but we're on a challenge. Tanya and I are probably lost combined about 15 pounds so far in January. So in a week, y'all, we just started and we're taking skinny drops. I'll show you the drops in a minute. I'll just get up and get it. But the thing is we're drinking the Noni juice, which we're going to tell you a little bit more about. We have a few testimonies for that. But this stuff is amazing, y'all. And the company is called Partner Co. Next month, Partner Co would have been established for 1 year. So we all really found out about the company like May of last year. And what was so amazing is that a lot of us came to the company. It was several companies that came together, formed Partner Co. And it's just been amazing. The product, the anchor product, which is what you've heard about already, is this bottle right here, right? This is in the bottle form. And these are the packs. It's 30 in this, it's 30 in this pack. I'll show you what that looks like. They look like this, individual packs. Okay, thank you. Rasheda has hers up on the screen. That's what it looks like. When you're on the go, take this, put this in your fridge and just drink it. But y'all, this stuff is amazing. We've met people that have been on Noni juice for 25 years. We've had an event here in our home where a gentleman that stays an hour away from us came here. He started dropping some knowledge on us about Noni, how he's been in and out of the hospital years ago, over 15, 20 years ago. The doctors were like, what are you doing? You have the heart of, what is it, a younger,
his heart was operating at like a 20-something-year-old.
Yeah,
it
was
in
crazy.
Like 50s or 60s, but he was like, your heart is actually functioning like that of a 20-year-old.
Yeah, so all this stuff, the doctors are looking at him, they're amazed. And he was like, I'm drinking my Noni juice. So it has been, it's a staple in our household. It's a staple in our business partners' household. So we're going to share a little bit more about that with you. So we just wanted to just get excited about it. Yeah.
So you've heard something already when our sister here, Rasheda, was talking about it working at the cellular level. You heard it's a medicinal fruit. It is. So this is Tahitian Noni. Tahitian Noni. Noni is a fruit. There's a Noni in Jamaica. I had a friend of mine. She lives in Jamaica, from Jamaica. And she was like, we have one here. And I said, yeah, you sure do. There's also one in there's actually one in Hawaii as well. There's one in Hawaii. So here's my thing. I had to say this to her because we did some research and I looked it up. There's an iridoid count inside of Noni, inside of different things. What we've learned is that out of all foods, they have not found another food yet that has a higher iridoid count than Tahitian Noni. So iridoid, iridoid. I had never heard of that before until some months ago, really when I started with this company. I highly recommend Googling it yourself and just kind of reading about it and its benefits. One of the things that I can tell you when it comes down to like your liver, kidney health, it's an anti-inflammatory, very high as a anti-tumor as well. This iridoid that you could find in foods. My husband and I were invited by the gentleman he mentioned to you to a call. This call happened some months ago. Maybe, I don't know, maybe about 4 or 5 months ago or so. And I'm on this call with a scientist. This scientist had been hired to actually work in COVID. Okay. So as she's talking to us, she's talking with us about, one, she said, this isn't something I wanted to do, but is where I was assigned. She's talking to us about, she was in really good health, y'all. She's like 100-something pounds. She said, I've never been overweight. And the reason why is because of how I eat. So what she said to us, and this made so much sense to me, a couple of things. She said, number one, she said, medication. She said, let me ask you something. She said, when you went to the doctor growing up and you had the flu or some type of cold or virus, she said, what did they tell you to do? And we were like, they were saying, she said, first of all, they told you to go home and do what? And we were like, sleep, rest. And she said, and eat what? And we was like, soup. She said, they didn't have medicine to give you, even to today. They don't give you medicines that's really gonna touch those types of things. Your body is what's gonna fight it. She says, medicine can't even go down to the cellular level. Only food can do that. And my mind was like, Noni is a food, which made me understand while I was hearing that it works down at the cellular level. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is some good stuff. So I processed that, taking notes. She then goes on to tell us, and I'm like, this is so good. She says, honestly, I learned this: foods, things that taste bad are really better for you. So the foods that taste good are the ones that's good for you. But I was like, you know what? But you can taste some, and then made me think about Noni. Why? Now, the fruit, it stinks. If you go pluck it from the tree right now, the smell from it will tear you up, is what we hear. All right. We also understand if you were to taste it, it will like say, oh my God, this is horrific. So years ago, about 20 or so, I can remember somebody getting me noni. I'm hearing about it. I'm much younger. I was in my 30s then. So I'm like, okay. And I was like, oh, it was horrific. And it's not like that for me now. We can drink it now, y'all. I love it. It's not a sweet taste. I want you to imagine it's in this noni bottle that my husband showed you. There's also blueberry and grape. So what they've done even over the years, the gentleman responsible for bringing this to the United States of America, John Wadsworth, he actually is a food scientist. He had a friend to go to Tahiti. His friend contacted him and said, have you heard of noni? He said, no, what's that? After hearing about it, he flew to Tahiti. I'm going to condense the story, but it's powerful.
Yeah.
He flew to Tahiti. He was able to bring back a huge shipment to the United States, where he's now got it in the lab and he's studying it to figure out and find out what exactly will this do. He talked to us about its smell. He talked to us about its taste. It was like, it is horrific. Okay. So now it's here. 20 something years ago, I sampled, I hated it. It tastes nothing now like it did then. Okay. But he brought it. So he's been working to even get it to what we have now. Now, in my opinion, Tahira, you guys speak up and let me know, head nods, thumbs up, or what have you. If you can imagine lemon, you know how bitter lemon is. Put it in some water, but imagine adding some blueberry and grape to it, which kind of helps with that flavor. That's what it's like to me. Yeah. And so I can just drink it. I mean, I love it, especially cold, and it's good for me, but that's just to give you an idea. But I'm going to take you back to that scientist that we talked to or heard from that day, where she's letting us know foods that taste bad, your organs are like, oh my God, this is so good to me. You see what I mean? This is helping me. That's what our organs will do, opposed to eating things that's not as good for us, but may taste better, you know? So that's the thing about Tahitian Noni. It is mind-blowing. Now, some testimonies, okay?
Yeah, now I want to share just, y'all, let me give you just a few things of the history. So now we're looking at this bottle. On the back of the bottle, every bottle has a white label. Now, Partnerco tracks every tree that the noni plant comes from that sources the bottles. They know the farmer who picked it, and they know the plant that it came from. Now, that in itself is amazing. The plant itself grows to be about 30 feet tall. It can withstand fire and storms. Now, think about it. Fire and storms hit the noni plant. It's not going to die. It can grow on a rocky mountain or the side of an ocean in the sand. So that shows you that no matter the soil conditions, it'll grow. Now, 3,000 years ago, the French Polynesians had this stuff.
Yes.
They would travel from island to island, and when they uprooted their family to go somewhere else, they only took the essential things with them, whatever they were wearing, the foods that they needed, and they took a noni plant with them.
Yes.
And they replanted it where they went. That should tell you right there that that plant, that fruit in itself, they can survive on it. It's basically called the fruit. It's a fruit that you can survive off of. So just think about this now. So just eat the fruit and you can survive. It's a famine fruit. So when there's a food desert in any area, they will eat the noni plant.
It'll fight. It builds up your immune system.
It's crazy, y'all. It really is.
So this is going to build your immune system significantly. Share with them how, when it grows and you pluck it, what begins to happen.
Yeah. So now think about this. Think about think of an apple tree, right? The limbs come off on an apple tree. You see apples all over one limb. The noni grows. The biggest one is next to the trunk. As soon as you pull it, it starts growing back. Now think about that. It grows year round. I mean, think about the fact that an apple, you can pull an apple, the moment you pull an apple from the tree, it starts to go bad. That's why in the stores, you see it nice and shiny. It's because they sprayed it with all these pesticides that we put inside of our bodies. Well, when you pull the noni from its source, the plant, you can set that noni fruit down and it'll look the same way 3-4 years later.
Yes.
because inside of it is photosynthesis.
And that's the iridoid too.
It survives in itself. I know one of the young ladies, I think it was Tiffany, said that she is in Hawaii and it's popular there. It is. Noni is great. This Noni, however, has a higher iridoid count just because of where it comes from. But I'm telling you, this Noni, y'all, it's amazing. So I hope I hit that.
Yeah, you did. I mean, there's so much more. I'm trying to think. Thank you for chiming in with that, because we always like for you to really understand the fruit itself. Again, being on that call, it just made me think about the things that I was hearing about the juice, and then it started making sense as to why it's doing what it is that it actually does. Remember when I told you that scientist works in a COVID lab? So she began to talk to us about COVID. She said back in, I think, what year was it? Was it 2018 or something? She was being assigned there, but she reaches out to her family to let them know, hey, I need y'all to start changing your diet, what you're going to eat. Because she says, I'm watching it. She says, not one time have I ever had COVID. She said, I need you to understand, I'm looking at it under a microscope. People coming in every day. It's around me constantly. She said, but I ain't never caught it. She said, you want to know why? She said, my immune system. She says it fights. Now, her thing won't even know me. It's her immune system.
Right.
But it's because of how she eats. She says, I really have never been overweight. I think she says I've been like 100 something pounds. I think she said I'm a little bit heavier right now, but still was low. I mean, like 120, 115 pounds, something like that is what she was saying, because of how she takes care of herself. So again, just taking it all in. So I'm going to say to you, this Noni, the way her immune system is built, it's going to build yours. I mentioned COVID. We have a business partner. He's working alongside with us. His wife is watching. She's like not interested. She's just listening. Well, guess what? She gets COVID. Okay. And this is back in September of 2023. So now she has COVID, and she looks at her husband. She said, okay, I'll try it now. Test positive, starts COVID. 2 days later, test again. COVID's no longer inside of her body from the test that she took, and she's feeling better. I met her. She came to him to our convention we had in Florida in September. Why? Because of what it did for her. That's what happened. Another gentleman, we did doing it just like we're here with you right now, but we're in someone's home. He's sitting there listening. He was like, I'm interested. Goes home to his wife. His wife is like, I'm not interested in this at all. I think look like he's like in his 60s, maybe or so. And she was like, I ain't doing this no more. I ain't interested in this no more. That's how she was. Well, guess what? He was just sharing with her what he had it in the home. He bought it, wasn't even a business partner. He just got him some. She started drinking it. She was dealing with joint pains, arthritis to be specific. Started drinking it. Within the first week of her drinking it, guess what? She wasn't feeling the pain. She wasn't feeling the pain. Okay, are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
Are y'all hearing me?
Yes.
And what did they do? Joined us. Because I didn't have to convince them. Okay, that blesses my soul. That's why we're here right now. This is big for us. And so when I said to you, we're talking about hitting 1 million households, we're really meaning that. Okay, I would share my screen even. If you can give me permission to share my screen, I can even show you our third-party validations. And that's as a company, okay? That's as a company. All right, as to what it is that's making our products for the entire everything that we have above bar. Partner Co as a company, do you all know there's nothing that they would put in our inventory if it wasn't going to be working at 100% 6 months after it hits the shelf? The company we used to be with, they had a liquid multivitamin. We tore it up, okay? The thing that we learned, the company, they asked, hey, when can we get a liquid multivitamin? Partner Co is saying to us, we can't do that, because every time we try to pull together a liquid multivitamin, it doesn't have a 6 month or longer shelf life. Anything that they put on our shelf, they say they test it, it's tested and proven. It has to be operating at 100%. When they say, sit it right there, I like that. This is what it does. Then they put it out there come back 6 months later. If it tested 99.9%, it's not going to hit our inventory. So everything that you even hear us talk about as a company, any product, okay, understand and know its shelf life. That speaks to our company. We have a research and development team. scientists that work here. We have doctors. You can Google right now, or you can go to YouTube. Dr. Ray Strand is there. You're talking about a family medical doctor, still has a practice, but guess what? He also offers his patients Noni. And not only Noni, our product line, you can go listen to him yourself. When I first heard him, and he actually said, I always felt like I was in health and wellness, but I realized that I was in disease wellness or something like that, disease care, something like that. Because all he was doing was helping people with diseases. He was like, I needed to help people with their health. What brought him to it is his wife. When his wife was sick, what helped her? Supplements. And that's why he speaks to us about them now. I heard him live and in person in September. What did he say to us? He actually said to us, I'm going to tell y'all, he said, you can take something right now. He said, let me tell you how supplements help. You can't tell what's going on in your body. He said, you don't know that your arteries are hardening when they begin to harden. You can't tell that something is growing there. By the time it's made known to us, that's when all the sicknesses and everything is happening and going on. But if we're actually taking things that's helping our bodies to fight in advance of that, he said it'll be easier to get rid of it. Now, is it too late for me to take something right now? If I'm dealing with something like the arthritis the gentleman's wife was dealing with, absolutely not. But it may be a little bit harder or longer to actually see the benefits of it. I hope I'm making sense right now. This right here is the power of this Noni. I can remember not long ago feeling in my body like something's going on with me, but I had still a little bit of a get up and go. And I'll be honest with you, as crazy as it sounds, I felt like Noni was in there saying, And I shared, I said, I feel like I can tell there's a fight going on. I could tell. It is powerful, y'all. Now I'm gonna say this last thing and see what else, actually maybe two. Let me just hear me out. Don't leave me right yet. Y'all don't leave me yet, okay? Give me two things. Let me share with you two things. I lost my mother 2 years ago, almost 3, it'll be 3 in April, to lung cancer. When we started with this company, I said, God, I wish I had known about this in advance. That's a big statement to make, right?
Yeah.
Some time passed. Tahira Ogletree. She contacts me and Dexter and was like, can you do a 3-way call with me with a gentleman? He used to be a celebrity speaker for the company that was responsible for getting Noni out there at the time. I said, absolutely. We talked to him. We've maintained a relationship with him since. Do y'all want to know his testimony? This is a man who had lung cancer. Let me back up. This is a man who has a pacemaker. Years ago, his heart was operating at 50%. Today, it's operating at about 20%. He still has the pacemaker. His heart was operating at 50%. Sometime after that, he develops he has lung cancer. He don't have lung cancer today. He tells us it was Tahitian Noni. I'm sharing his testimony. Dex and I were responsible for doing presentations every Friday evening for the first several months last year. I stopped. I called him one day. I said, I need to ask you something. Because as I share your testimony, you know how you hear something, but you like, I got to have this wrong. I've even questioned myself with things, okay? I called AJ. I said, AJ, tell me everything. Did you do chemo? What chemo, radiation, and what surgeries did you also have to endure for that lung cancer to be gone? And he said, Tanya, I couldn't do any of that. He said, remember, I had a pacemaker. He said, I wasn't strong enough. They couldn't do chemo on me. They couldn't do radiation with me. And there was no surgery. I wasn't strong enough to do that. He said, it was all known. I'm going to just put that right there.
That's good.
Okay. Now let me bring you this one. And this is why I keep picking up my phone, looking, put my glasses on. Deirdre Mebane, for her and her husband. Now she's been having diabetes, type 2. This is a passion for her. She speaks about it now. This is big for her. She's helping so many people. One thing, her husband was dealing with a lot. I text her the other day again. I'm like, let me make sure I understand this story perfectly. So we're talking back and forth in text. And I said, I was trying to remember your testimonies. I said, have you also done a video about your husband? I like to post about it. I posted recently just a piece of what she said. People really responded like, tell me more, okay? So she says, I haven't reposted. I have been so busy. The only addition is he now waits 6 months to see his eye doctor from the 2 to 3 months. Every 2 to 3 months, he was having to see his eye doctor. I said, is it because of his A1C? She says, yes. Now, see, this is the thing. When he went to the doctor was like, what have you been doing? He said, listening to my wife. That was his answer. Why? Because his wife told him, I need you to take this noni, and this is the amount that we're going to do. We're going to increase it up to like 3 to 4 ounces a day. He had begun to bleed in his eye. And she says, I said, okay, wonderful. So they basically were wondering, what have you been doing? Because the bleeding behind his eye stopped. She says, yes, very high blood sugar caused the bleeding. And I was like, okay. She says his A1C improved from 12 to 6.2,
Good
no
goodness.
bleeding, blood sugar staying in the low 100s when it was 300 when diagnosed in 2012. And we both gave God the glory. Yeah. And I said, may I repost? And she said, yep, he goes back in April. And that's what I mean. It's like he was having to go every 2 to 3 months. Now they said, we'll see you every 6 months. Powerful. Again, Noni, these are just a few of the testimonies that we've been hearing about. It's powerful. I don't know what it would do for you. It would do something for you, one that you may not even be mindful of if it's lurking around in the system. We're different. It's going to do for you what you need. It's going to do for me what I need. That's what this fruit is about. It is a medicinal fruit, and it is powerful. We absolutely love it. We are so grateful for it. Every single last one of you listening to us right now have a right to it. There we go. And we pray that you get your questions answered. Now, this is the look at this. This is the certifications. This speaks to us as a company. Y'all see that? These are our third-party validations. Here's another one, the PDR.
Yeah, this is
Physician's Desk Reference. Y'all, come on, Tahira. You better show that book back. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Come on now. That's what I'm saying. This book, Tahitian Noni, is in there.
So look, this is what happens, y'all. When you go to the doctor and the doctor comes into the room, you discuss what's going on, and he has to step out. They're grabbing that book to look for what to help you with, what to prescribe to you. It's in that book. Noni is in that book.
Remember, I told you we have our own research and development team, FDA registered. Our laboratories are all FDA registered. This is powerful. So you can just see here yourself, over-the-counter validations. There's nothing that this company has or won't do that doesn't go through these third-party validations as well. And this is what we, speak to you about, what we love actually talking to people about, because it just speaks to the legitimacy of what it is that we have. We're all over the world. We were on a call last night with the corporate team, seeing us everywhere: Hong Kong, Thailand, Japan, China, Europe, Australia, the United States. Y'all, we're tearing it up right now. We kind of been here, but now that we here, this team, they like, the USA is here, okay? So, because there's so much excitement going on. But I'm going to tell you, China, and I'm going to shut up after this, I promise. China, when they they came to China to say, hey, we would love to want to open up in China with our company. China was like, we got to see proof first. And we don't want it from you. We need it from our own scientists. And we need them to take it into our own laboratories. So then they brought our products there. So the products that's in China, and they tested them. And all of them came back and said to them, yep, it does exactly what they say. Yep, the ingredients that they say are in it is in it. Yep, the longevity of what they're talking about is the shelf life. It is so. And then China says, you're more than welcome to come, and our products are there. See, that helps me. This is the type of information that Dexter and I like to hear. This
Yeah.
is what helps me make my decisions. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm sharing it with you. So I don't know what questions you guys may have. We can do our best. Oh, okay,
yeah. So let me share this real quick, y'all. So let me tell you what Rasheda's looking for. And all this is powerful. When we start servicing people and they get on the Noni, and we start asking our potential customers, hey, what are you dealing with? And they tell us what they're dealing with. Let me show y'all how powerful this is. These are 2 books. This has 25,000 Noni testimonies here. This one is 100 ways to use Noni. If somebody says, I have high blood pressure, you can go in this book and see what the recommended dose for Noni is for them. This is what we're talking about. Y'all, look, when we first started and found these books, we went to Amazon and was buying them. I think it was like 30 some dollars. Is that right? Tahira?
15.
No, it was $3.95.
Oh, this one was $3.95.
Yes.
$3.95. And
For this
then
one.
we started talking about it, and they jacked the price up to over $100.
Yes, they
Yes.
did.
We were buying it all over the country because we want
so wrong.
So, y'all, personal testimony. I am currently on high blood pressure medications. I got on it a year and a half ago. I'm doing everything I can to get off of. So the question is, Dexter, do you want to keep taking metoprolol, 150 milligrams a day, to regulate your blood pressure? Or are you going to discipline yourself to drop some weight and allow Noni to get in your system to take you off of the medications? This is what we're talking about. This is why we've been in the health and wellness industry for 15 years. This is why we're at PartnerCo, because nobody has anything that can touch this stuff.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So
and we're not even saying that there are other good things out there, but this just stands alone. I'm like, do that along with other things that you might also may be doing, but this right here is a fight.
It is.
And it will do for you and help your body to actually fight.
Yeah.
And that's how we've been designed. When God created us, he created us where our bodies know what it is to do, our organs, everything working together in an effort to help us thrive. And that's basically what this fruit is going to do for you. Yeah. It is amazing. It is. Anti-cancer, anti-tumors, all those types of things. People, blood pressure, we've even heard people is helping them with. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what you need, but your body knows what it needs. Yeah, so when you give this to your body will take advantage of what it is that you're giving it. Your life will change. It will. So tell your families. Yeah, that's the key. Tell your families. We just came out of the holidays. Everybody enjoyed themselves. Everybody want to lose weight now. Let's get this weight off now. Amen. But not only that, let's get healthy. So this is what we're looking for. This is why we're here. We want customers. We want partners. Rasheda is like, hey, link up with me, just like this. Look, let's link up. You know people that I don't. But let's get this Noni in their hands and let's help them get healthy. And then after a while, some people say, you know what? I know that I want to partner with you because it just makes sense. I want to be able to get on the product, start feeling better, share it with people. And then they say, how can I get it? Send them your link and let them buy from you. And they'll let you earning the commissions that the company is going to give you. Y'all, it's really powerful. We're excited about it, and we're excited about where it's going. And so much so that this book is the 3rd edition and it's sold over 1 million copies. That tells you that Noni is amazing. So anything else you want to, I think we're good. We want to answer any questions that you have. We know that the timing is precious for you all. So we want to ask Tahira, Rasheda, if you guys got anything you want to add, and if you all have any questions, if we can't get to it, you best believe that we're going to make sure you get your questions answered. Yeah, we have, like I said, the research and development team. The head of the research team, his name is Brett West. I've messaged him now. There are people who commented on my post a couple of days ago. I said, oh, this is what I think, but let me find out. They're available for us. So that's a difference. I've not been a part of a company where we've been able to send questions about the products to them and they actually answer us. So the support is there. So if there's anything we can't answer, we'll definitely get it over to the team and we'll find out for you. Tahira,
Yes.
Rasheda, we
Thank
turn it
you
back
so
over to
much,
you.
Dexter and Tanya, for the amazing presentation. I thank you very, very much. I want to
Thank you.
share my testimony. I have two actually. Now I have another one since I've had COVID. In December, my son and I, we had COVID together. We went to the hospital. Spirit told me to get up and go, take him to the hospital because I thought it was just a cold. And we were tested both positive for COVID-19. And I started taking my Noni, and I had COVID before, unfortunately, back in 2022. But I noticed a distinct difference between the two times I had COVID. And the reason being is because Noni is clinically tested to prevent the spike protein in COVID by 70%. So this is how it worked for our systems. It reduced the time that we had COVID, and it reduced the long haul, the symptoms afterwards. I did not lose smell. I did not lose taste. Last time I lost some weight when I had COVID. This time I gained some weight because I just kept eating, So, but it really helped our bodies and our immune system fight off the COVID. And the reason being is because, like I said, it is clinically tested to prevent the spike protein in COVID by 70% in our bodies. That's my first testimony. My second testimony is I used to suffer from sciatica nerve pain. For 12 years, I used to get injections, go back and forth to the hospital. And in 2020, I was bedridden for 30 days because I could not move. I started taking Noni last year in March, March when we launched. And I didn't know what it did. I just was taking it because this is the product that we read about it. And I thought, okay, I got to looking around and going back up and forth the steps. I walked 5 miles with no problem. No pain, no nothing. And I'm like, wait a minute. And that was just in 5 days of me taking the original Tahitian Noni juice. So our testimonies are real. This works not only for me, for the people here that have tried it. It has worked for millions of people all over the world. And why? Because the power of Noni juice goes directly into the blood cells, and it starts feeding and cleansing out the cells in the blood and also in the body. And when it goes into the body, it goes directly to the problem area and start working immediately. This is something that you cannot eliminate through urine or either your bile. It goes directly into the cells of the body and start working immediately. So I just wanted to share my testimony with you all. I thank you all so much for being here. And I would like to turn it back over to my business partner, Rasheda. Thank you so much for this wonderful presentation and your guest for being here. And if you can, I'll turn it over to you for last minute questions.
Yes. So again, I thank each and every one of you on here. I love all of you all. And y'all show up for me. I love y'all so much. I'm getting emotional. And again, since I've been taking drinking my Tahitian Noni every day, and I drink the packs because I'm always on the go. So it's easier for me than trying to measure it in the bottle, which is just fine too. But for me, I just grab this out the refrigerator and go. And I was having so much joint pain in my left knee, like I could barely walk, like my daughter could tell you. And since I've been on it, I barely have any pain in my knee. It would wake me up out of my sleep and I would be in tears. So again, I want to just turn it over for the last few minutes. If any of you have any questions that you want to ask before we close. Oh, there you go, Barbara. Hey, Barbara.
Thank you, everybody, for those absolutely phenomenal presentations. Loved all of the information. Love you, Rasheda. We've been on the journey now together for some years, and I'm so proud of you for doing the work that you do. and always everything you do is always done with a lot of passion. So love you, girl. And
Thank you.
congratulations on launching another business. I knew about Nuna years ago. It was a long time ago. Heard about it, and kind of got about it because when I saw it at the uh,
The gala.
the gala, I was like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, it's Noni, and then kind of not thought about it or whatever. So I happened to be, for some reason, for the past week or so, thinking about something that will work for me on the cellular level. Because I mean, I feel pretty good, thank God. I feel pretty good. Yes, I have high blood pressure, and listening to Dexter talk about his high blood pressure, I'm tired of taking these pills. And so I began to think, but I don't know how to stop doing that. So anyway, make a long story short, this is really something because I've been thinking about this. And I'm like, what is it? There's so many things. You don't know what to trust. You don't know what really works. But I do know one thing that Dr. Tanya was dead on. My mother raised us with all the stuff that did not taste good, that was good for.
Right.
I always tell my kids, open your mouth because everything ain't supposed to taste good. That's what my mother said. So
Right.
she's right, and I know that. But the thing back for us was Father John every day. I don't know if you guys know about that. It was Father John. It had a fish emotion in it. She gave us that faithfully every day we lived, every day. And I believe it is responsible for me and my sisters never really having any major illnesses, thank God. So to make a long story short, I know that taking something like that is really powerful. I agree with Sister Tahira. I don't know what it needs to do for me, but I know I need to take it. So I'm ready for my bottle of Noni, Rashida.
I got you, sis.
And it
I
was
got
absolutely
you.
just so nice, spending this time with all of you all and getting to know you. And I'm quite sure I'll probably see you again somewhere in the near future.
Why?
As I'm very supportive of Rashida, whatever she's doing. She knows I'm there. I am with her. I'm supporting her, but I need my Noni girl.
I got you, sis.
I want to, I love to look good, honey. I do a lot of exercise. I just really enjoy my life now. I've been retired for some years, and I just really, want to continue to enjoy my life. I don't want my knees to be hurting. I don't want my, shoulders and stuff to be hurting.
Well,
Yeah,
I got you, sis. So I'm make sure you get what you need. And Tiffany, I love you, sis. And Tiffany wanted to know a little bit more about about our skinny drops. Called them. So, yes. Since I've been taking the skinny drops personally, and that's my testimony, I've gone from a size 18 jeans to a 16. I was about to cry.
And how long? How long did it take you to do that?
3 weeks.
What?
My word is bond. My word is bond. And I did start eating like I had some sense. And I mean, I was really, because I struggle. I go up and down like a yo-yo with my weight. And so it's these two bottles. So you have the Slenderex, which of course we call the skinny drops. And you just drop them under your tongue. And that was always a challenge for me. I can't take pills. I can't do it. And so just the fact that I can just drop these under my tongue, you let it hold it for like 10 seconds. And then you take the other part, which is to help boost your metabolism. Same thing. And then you eat your meal. You do the Slenderex 3 times a day, and then the metabolism booster like twice. And it's really been working. And I would look up and I haven't eaten. And I crave different things. Like I can't eat takeout like I used to. When I do, I'm on the toilet like immediately. I'm just keeping it real. Okay. But yeah, so yes, Tiffany, and she actually ordered some of these, and I'm curious to know if you've started taking them, Tiffany, using
Yeah,
the
I just put in the comments. I just wanted him to talk more about it for like other people because it seems to be working. I can tell definitely, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if it's because I've been drinking more water or whatever. Because I started taking it on Monday, but I've lost 2 pounds already, and I was just like, okay, maybe that's not from that. But it definitely has curbed my appetite, and I found myself not eating, not snacking, and I look up and I'll be like, oh, I need to eat something. Wow, it's 3 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet because I'm not hungry. So, and
Right.
then when I do eat, it's like, oh, so I fix me a nice plate. And it's like, okay, well, I have this on the plate. And then I only eat a little of it and I feel full. So it definitely is doing something. But I was kind of blown away when I got on the scale. And I was like, that can't be right. It says I lost 2 pounds. And I just started taking this on Monday. But it definitely seems to work, and it is curbing. I mean, if it does nothing else, it curbs your appetite, which of course, if you're not, eating and overeating, you're going to lose weight. But so far it's been good. So I'm looking forward to continuing to keep taking it.
So
Thank you, Tiffany.
thank you so much, Tiffany. I want to say something. One thing that the Skinny Drops does is removes the visceral fat, and the visceral fat is the fat that is around our organs, our bones. So it starts to chip away at that and move, and so that's why you see the weight lose off of the body so soon.
Hey, Tahira, can I share a picture?
Sure.
Y'all look at this. This right here blew my mind. This guy lost 54 pounds in 60 days.
Wow.
60
days?
days, y'all. 60 days. And I saw it, I was like, oh my God, because my goal is to drop 50. If I can get to 50, I know I'm off these blood pressure meds. Everything will change. 50
Yeah.
pounds is my goal. But I'm
Yeah.
like, these things work. Like Tahira said, it's fighting the visceral fat. Now, Tanya and I, in our previous company, we did the HCG drops. I know y'all know of that.
Yeah.
HCG, we ate like 500 pounds a day. We were 500 calories. We were starving ourselves, and we was taking the drops 3 times a day. We got the weight off, but it's like it wasn't getting to the visceral fat. The
Right.
scientists
And real fat.
designed this stuff to go in and start pulling out that stuff that causes the inflammation in the body and that causes the diseases. That's why I'm like, man, we got a gold mine here. This is amazing stuff. So I wanted to share that picture because it's amazing. Yeah.
Thank
Can
you
I just jump in here
for sharing.
what I see on all of you all? Everybody's skin is absolutely glowing. Beautiful. I'm like, look at their skin. Now you can tell something's going on from the inside out by this skin.
So true.
Yeah. And that I want to be I'm gonna look good from the inside out.
Yes, yes, that's
You know,
what.
I'm good when I get all my stuff, but I want to look good from the inside out. And Rasheda is always a gorgeous girl. All of you all are gorgeous, but I see that inner glow. I see it. Because I was sitting here and I was like, look at their skin. Look at the skin. Look at the skin. Looking good. So I'm ready. I'm ready for my stuff. Rasheda.
Okay, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. Your hand has been up for a minute. Please.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
driving. I'm driving, so I'm gonna make it really quick. Rashida, I'm so very proud of you and all of your endeavors. You know, if you were still next door to me, I already have my bottle.
You know
the
that's
Tahitian.
right.
But what I want to ask, one is where to get it from you. With follow up with me off the call.
I will.
Where I can get it, and I'm not ready for a business endeavor right now, but I do know some people who are looking for to supplement their income. So talk to me about that offline as well.
Absolutely. Thank you, Cheryl.
Very
Best
proud
name
of you.
I've ever
Very
had
proud
in
of
my life thus far. Best name.
You too.
I got you. I'll call you. I'll give you a little time because I know you're on your way to an appointment. So you can feel free to either call
I'm back
me
from
when
the
you're
appointment.
done.
I'm back
Oh,
from
you're
the
back?
appointment, but
Okay.
well, I'm
So
on
I'll
my way
call
back.
you.
So yeah,
Okay.
probably about another 45 minutes. That's fine.
All right, got you.
All right. Bye.
Anyone else?
I would like to say something. Hey, beautiful ladies.
Hey, my beautiful niece.
Hey, baby. Of course, I'm a follow because I know everything that you touch and do is always believed in. Foremost is, always nutritionist. And if it's, love God and nutrition, I know that's all you. So I'm always gonna join in. I think I was a little bit late joining regarding I don't know if you guys talked about packages or whatnot as far as I'm piggybacking on Cheryl.
Right.
um
I think yeah, Tahira's gonna go over that right before we end the call.
okay.
The different packages?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. So the package that we have is, let me get some information.
And then when she was saying, Cheryl was saying business endeavor, is this something to join partnership with, or are you, Auntie, what is the logist of, of course, Zoom, of course, I was a little late, so I do apologize, babe.
No worries, baby. So basically, this is also not only an opportunity to help improve our overall health with this Noni product because it's just awesome, but it's also an opportunity to join this company and become a partner not only with me but with Partner Co. Right, and so that's what I did. When I initially spoke with Tahira, I was like, I'm in. I took a leap of faith, and it has been awesome. I'm here in Arizona now, and I want to say just Tahira and I are the only two in Arizona right now who are really distributing and really educating people on this product. And so you're in Atlanta, and you can definitely help to do that. So as soon as Tahira, she's my business partner, and I mean I think it's a very awesome also an opportunity to help supplement your income, as well as educating people on a really awesome product that will help them, just their overall health and with whatever that ails them. So yeah.
Okay. Can you all see my screen? Can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, you see, all right. Okay,
Yes.
so here are the three packages that we have. This is just some of the products that we have, but I want to talk about the one that Rasheda invested in first and let you all know that the pricing of the 2100 is something that she invested in for her company to have inventory and on hand. So anytime you have inventory on hand, you have cash in demand. So let me break the cost down to you to let you know how your investment will go further and pay you back immediately. You get immediate money back upon your investment. So the 23 boxes, the boxes of Noni, which is this here, it has 30 pouches in it. And once you receive 23 boxes of those Noni, and once you break those Noni down into three pouches, the pouches, they come, one second. Pouches, they're here. You break these down into three, okay? Once you break these down into three, and sell these 3 for 18, your initial investment on the boxes of 23 boxes of Noni is $4,140. So remember, your initial investment was $2,150, what Rasheda invested in. You break those packages down, 3 for 18. That's 6 times 90. That's $4,140 just off this here alone. Just off that alone. So now we're gonna move toward the 8 bottles. You get 8 bottles of Noni in that packet. Once you sell those, you're selling those for $65. That's $520. that you will make from the sale of the bottles of noni. After moving on to the Noni Max. This is the Noni Max. And the difference between the Noni Max and the original Tahitian Noni is that the Noni Max has 4 times the iridoid amount inside of the noni. So this is the highest noni iridoids that we have. So you would sell those bottles $95 a piece, which will render you $190. Okay. Now we have the noni collagen, of which I don't have with me, but the noni collagen helps to beautify your skin. Thank you so much, Rasheda. She's going to go get some. It will help beautify your skin and also your health. So we have 30 noni collagen, and you sell those $10 a piece, and that will render you $300. Now, your initial investment was $2,150, $2,150. After you sell something that is going to help cure and help mitigate illnesses and chronic illnesses in the body, you will receive, your income will be $5,150. Now, this is something that you don't have to wait for. You get this money back right away. This is cash in your hand because you have invested in your business and have inventory, and therefore you have the cash on hand, and you're recouping that cash back. So the second one here, which is the 10 boxes of noni, you break that down. That is your initial investment is around about $600, and your earnings from that is $1,800 after you break each individual packet down. So I know one lady said she's not really ready for, an investment, but in the economy that we're living in right now, we all need an additional stream of income to help with bills, life, because life is always lifing. And so, the investment that you're investing in is in something that will not only help your family, help your communities, and help people regain their health.
Mm-hmm. And it's a tax write-off.
Oh, yes, it is.
You have your own home-based business.
Yeah.
That's, man, when it's tax season, that helps me so much.
Definitely.
Are my businesses. It really does, because I don't have any little ones anymore to claim. So I don't have that. So, and that's just another, that's just another thought to think about as well.
Another quick question. If you're not wanting to do the package and want to see, what the product does just yourself, how would you go about just buying individual, or do you have to buy a packet deal, as far as investments to take and then sell, or can you go and just be a customer to see, as far as just, taking the product and then moving forward from there?
Absolutely. That's the way we prefer it, really, to have customers first. So you can see what you have. You need to have your own testimony. I have my testimony. Tanya and Dr. Dexter, they have their testimony. Rasheda has her testimony. We want you to have your own testimony so it comes authentically from the heart. And that way you can reach somebody else's heart and help them with their illnesses.
Okay, great. And what are those? What are those? Bottles.
And I will call you. And what I'll do is, Nisi, after this, I'll give you a call and I will send you, some links, and we can talk about, kind of what you're interested in getting right now. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll do it that way.
Because I already know to you what I want.
I bet you do. I bet you do. Now, these were those bottles with that. This was the noni plus the collagen. And I started taking these too. So these are the individual bottles. So it comes in the box, but these are the individual bottles. And I started taking these. I don't take them drink them as consistently as I was before. And it's really just on me, but they kind of taste they don't taste bad, but it kind of tastes like cough syrup to me. Just to me, that's what they taste like. It's not one of those like, because I said, I really wanted to see how it worked as far as firming my skin, you know, helping with my hair, you know, being healthier and things like that. And I literally did drink these a week straight. And I think I did feel a difference, I thought, in my hands, but I don't know. I have been dropping a couple of pounds. So I don't know. I don't know. But it's still a really good product because, you know, it has the noni in it as well as the collagen piece. So if that's something that you're interested in as well, that's really what that helps too. Okay. It helps for more firmer, youthful, and radiant skin. Could be that radiant skin you was talking about, Barbara. I don't know. Any last minute questions before we wrap up the call? Because I so appreciate you all so much for just always supporting me and showing up for me. I mean, I love you truly. And but I also would be remiss to not also really present the business aspect of this product as well. This is a good product to take, and I really couldn't really get off into it until I really started taking it, until I started drinking it. And then I started saying, oh my God, I have this energy, and it works immediately. I think my daughter's on his phone. A lot of people that use it and have ordered from me, they all say the same thing. It works so fast. I'm like, what? That's what I was amazed by. Is just how quick it started getting into my system. And, you know, and then also $. And then also when you're really not feeling well, you know, you can take a little bit more just so you can drink a little bit more so that it can really get into your system. You know, I heard it being referred to almost like a noni infusion, if you will. So it really has to get to you, especially like when, like Tahira said, when she was battling COVID. You know, these colds, you know, the weather is changing now out there in Chicago. You got the snow. It's for being in Arizona, it's been very cool out here. We've had rain and it's been unseasonably kind of cool out here. So it's a lot of storms going on all around the world, in different parts of the country. So, you know, climate change is real. And I make sure every day, I grab this and I drink it. So, and I've really built a nice, you know, customer base because it's authentic. Like, you know, Tahira said, I can only talk to you about what I know and what it's done for me. We're all different.
If I can share this, if I can
Yes, Dr. Tanya.
Hey, if I could just share this too, just so like we said, being in the industry, and especially since I'm hearing some questions come through as it pertains to the business side, being here for over 15 years in the industry, we are multiple seven-figure earners. We earned our first seven figures in the first 18 months with the last company that we were with. And now we've already won the trip to Tahiti since we've been here. We just started with this company in May. So we haven't even been here a full year yet. So I'm speaking to you from experience and just some understanding as to how all of this actually works as well. So this is what I'll bring to you, because there are different kits that you can choose. Getting started with it, this is how I'm going to simplify it. Okay. Simply put, I want noni. I now can get paid from me drinking it every month. We are a group of professionals. And what we've done is we're looking for other business professionals to come into collaboration with. Tahira Ogletree is our personal business partner. Rasheda is hers. So what I did was I contacted Rasheda. I contacted Tahira because I'm like, we're looking for other business professionals to come into collaboration with to do two things. The first thing that I want to do is to get healthy. Are you interested in doing that with me? Let me tell you what I have. The second thing that we're going to do as a result of our getting healthy, we're going to generate another income stream. So on a weekly, really every month we're paid, but every single week we get a check. And I'm going to tell y'all, I told people, I said, to me, noni is like, hear me out, toilet paper. I ain't going to never be without toilet paper. I'm going to get it every single week. Okay. That's how noni is, but Charmin ain't going to pay me.
Right.
Scott's ain't gonna pay me. Do you see what I'm saying? I can tell y'all what I like best, but it don't matter. This is different. So my thing is, you position yourself, you order what it is that you desire. So to start, your initial investment would be just at a point of you getting your supply. And now you're going to get your supply coming to you every single month. What you do is what we've done. We've identified other people to come into partnership with us. And it's like, who else want to be healthy and make money? Find them 2 people to start, 2 to 3 people to start. They join forces with you and they turn around and do the same thing. That's what we did. And 18 months later, 6 months. If our desire is to see our team, we want to see you generating 4 figures on a monthly basis. 4 figures on a monthly basis. So $1,000 plus. If you all had another $1, $2, $3, $4, $5,000 coming into your household on a monthly basis, how would that feel for you? So what 2 things happened for me? I have business partners, but I also have my customers. My cousin, her husband recently, it's like last year, he went through amputation, so he's lost his limbs. And this is the thing, when you talk to people about stuff in advance, a lot of times we don't listen. So I tell people all the time, it's like, we just have to be there for each other the best way that we can. But now I sent something, I said, hey, can I just get you to try something? And she messaged me yesterday and said, Tanya, I'd like to order some more noni. I said, great. And I sent her the link. I had somebody else reach out to me. They talked to me. They just saw my post. I shared a little piece of the fact of Deirdre's husband, what I shared with you guys earlier. We just got to talking back and forth. We don't know each other. We've never met before, but now we're following each other. As a result of our conversation, she just ordered a case for herself. And based on what she shared with me, I said, you need to make sure that you're drinking this for the whole month. Just keep it. She just ordered a case. She gets what I get, 4 bottles a month. This is what comes to us every month on our subscription. That's what everybody is doing. That's what I recommend for you. We have inventory as well, but the inventory is built up. Everybody can't necessarily start in the same place, but you can start. So if you have interest, I'm telling you, just lock your position. Let's duplicate. We're working together. And what it is that we will share with our team often is, you're in business for yourself, but you ain't never in business by yourself. I want you to understand that. Okay. And that's what's happening here. It's just different. The company is different. The team is different. You know, we sincerely care. And the company does. Last night on our call to hear, y'all was up there. I took a picture of the lady sitting in corporate. And when they went through all the things that's happened with us over the year of 2023. And then when she opened up and started crying. She was like, oh my God, this emotion. Why? Because they care. Because they care. It's just different. It's just different. So my thing is just like, if you're interested, pray about it, you know, get your questions answered, see, but at minimum, we like drink noni. If you're gonna be a customer, come on, we're gonna help you. You understand what I'm saying? But if you also say, because you start drinking it every single month, you're gonna tell somebody.
Right.
Hear different things, you're gonna tell somebody. It'd be different if you'd be paid off of that as well. And we don't rush it. You know, sometimes people can hear our testimony and it'll be like, what about me? It happens. I'm telling you, just be patient. And I'll say this, I am a woman of faith. This is the thing I've learned. I did a reel yesterday and I said to people, here's something I've learned. Even just going through the word, I ain't mean to be preachy or nothing like that. But a lot of times we're looking for things to change and happen in our lives, and we're looking for it to happen too fast and overnight, and it's not necessarily ready or time for that, because we all have to go through our process. With that being said, I heard the thing that says, I have peace of mind in the midst of my struggle. And the reason why I have a peace of mind in the midst of my struggle is because the struggle is here. Not because the struggle is over, but because the struggle is here. And that's letting God do what he needs to do, and Dr. Tanya Joyner Scott, for him to take me to that next level. And that's what we've learned together. So I pray that that helps somebody as well. If you have other questions, let us know, you know, but we're here. But again, you would be here, but you would never, ever, ever be alone.
Amen.
I just want one quick thing. I just want to say, I would, been hearing you, Dr. Tanya, and everyone, and I manage a spinal cord injury, and traumatic brain injury facility. I have PTs and, a lot of people that's under me that I manage. And we have like 60 clients that very well trust me. And that being said, paralyzed neurological, disorders, we have, all under that Pacific community and paralyzed. And so when I was just hearing your husband and all of, the testimonies and things like that, I'm already thinking and knowing that that's why I was asking specific questions as far as, so I can know, how it would feel in my body before, just,
Of course.
that's see, because I can definitely put my own poster up in my in the facility and have a whole and me learning, and learning the whole gist and what it feels, and just having my own testimony to bring it to others, not as here, and not know about it, but to actually research, know I'm using it, and and I can just spread it through my whole 60 customers. I mean, not clients that I facility. I was already thinking that, Auntie, you know.
I was thinking that, which is why I asked you to be on the call. So I'm way ahead of you, niece.
I didn't even.
And that's exactly, you're exactly right. That's what you would do. I'll say this too, and this is great. So, because for me, remember when you all would hear me say your testimony would be different from mine. I've always been a thick girl, so that's my thing now. Losing this weight, I'm like, I got to get this weight off, all this good stuff. But Tanya's not. I don't have high blood pressure, never have. I don't have high cholesterol. My younger sister, she's 2 years younger, but she's a slim little old thing, y'all. But she got thyroid issues. I don't. You see what I'm saying? But I am overweight. Okay. So even for me, I'm like, what it would do for her, it'd do something different for me. Do you see what I'm saying? Either way, it's still building my body up to fight. I've had COVID, so I've had the cold. I don't know that I've ever had the flu or anything, pneumonia or whatever, but you get my point. Every single last one of us have our own needs. So I don't have the testimonies that other people would have. I don't have arthritis. Business partners of mine walking down her steps backwards, holding on to it because she's in so much pain. Now she's going up and down her steps without problems. I ain't had that issue. Another one of our business partners, she was like, I haven't had a menstrual cycle. Now it was like for over a year. Started Noni. Do y'all know within like 1 or 2 weeks of Noni, her cycle was back? Another business partner 15 years ago was introduced to Noni. Why? Because her body, she had cysts and she had fibroid tumors. She was in so much pain. They prepared for surgery. They were talking to her. Somebody contacted her and said, I need you to try Noni. They had her drink it. Hear me out. And they said, I want you to dish with it. She goes to the doctor and the doctor's like, what have you been doing? Because they're preparing for surgery. She tells them, she said, I was embarrassed, but I told them. They was like, we're canceling surgery. Your tumor that was the size of a cantaloupe is now the size of an apple. We want you to keep doing what you're doing. No more surgery. Now it's completely eliminated from her body. That's her testimony. I don't have that issue. Do you see what I'm saying? But for you, what is it going to do for you? What will it do for your clientele? So even as I stand before you today, I could be with you, honey, fly me up. Where are we going? This is Arizona. I don't know where you are, but it's like to come and have people, your auntie, to hear everybody, y'all come, you stand and you just share. You know what I'm saying? And this, I know y'all intend to get into all this. If you want me to be quiet to hear y'all tell me, I will honor you. But I'll say this because, and this is me, when Tahira introduced us, she mentioned something. We were sitting here so uncomfortable, like, Lord, don't read all that. Don't read all that. It's amazing when people talking about y'all, you don't want to hear it yourself. I'm telling you, it sounds so crazy. And we just sitting there like, but we are the upgraders. And we are helping people to get out of their own way. So I'm a little bit more about me. I've grown up with low self-esteem. I'm a recovering people pleaser. Okay. Growing up as a little girl, not being liked because of my complexion. I ain't had nothing to do with how my mama did my hair. My mama sat me down on the floor in the kitchen with the straightening comb. She straightened, putting ponytail curls back. That was on her. She didn't ask me my opinion. But they ain't like me because of how my mama did my hair. I get on the bus, I got mistreated. They wouldn't let me sit down. Finally, one little girl let me sit down. I'm in elementary school. I'm in 6th grade. I'm in middle school. I'm so excited. I get to change classes. I just change my clothes, get in, I sit down on the floor. And this one girl said, get in front of her and block my view of her. And they were like, why you mad at her? As she slid over and blocked her view of me. She said, I ain't mad at her. I just don't like her. I don't even know her. I didn't even know her name. Never met her before in my life. This is how I grew up. So all this stuff fed me to being not having confidence in who I am. People will hear me now, see me now, think it ain't no way, but I still deal with it, y'all. To be here now, like, who else? I don't want to talk too much and make people leave. Can I be real with you right now?
Yeah.
So what did I do? I made excuses. I was so afraid that people-pleasing part of me that I wouldn't take the necessary action to pull us up out of that place that we had been in for so long financially, because I was afraid of what people gonna think, what people gonna say, or I said, I don't have it yet. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it. And I would sit like this. So that's why this is passion for me, y'all. I'm so passionate about it because I can look, I can see. I'm looking, Miss Barbara. We looked at you and said, "Oh, she must already be on the team. She's like, she know us now. I know she don't even know us. She don't even know nothing about this. She brand something new, and you up there with that energy, that vibe, that vibes. Are y'all hearing me? So what am I saying to you? All of that to make this simple point: rise above life's obstacles, rise above them. And just take the platform where we all are that God has planted us and just take the necessary action to do what it is that you need to do. We quote Richard Branson a lot. It was like, when someone presents you with an amazing opportunity and you don't know how to do it, say yes and figure it out. Les Brown was also the one who said, we've seen him, my husband trained under him as well. And he was like, pretty much when you got something you need to do, he said, just jump and grow your wings on the way down. That's what we've had to learn how to do. And that's what we're here doing together. And it just makes things different. It just makes things different. So if you feel anything within your heart, anything within yourself where you're like, it's something about it. That's why I said, pray about it. And I say that because it may not be. You see what I'm saying? And we don't want to push anybody into anything or any situation that's not for you. Please hear our hearts right there, okay? But I'm going to tell you, everybody need Noni. Everybody need Noni. Everybody need Noni. The same way we need our toilet paper, everybody need Noni. Okay? That's it. But at the same time, like, yeah, let's do business together because we're looking for people of like mind, like character. You see what I'm saying? We want people that's associated and partner with us who actually share the same heart for the people. And there are people that we don't. And the same way that we're here with Rasheda right now, with Tahira, they hear it's the same for you. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's how it is. So I just give God glory, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful. This feels good. You all have given me an energy even on tonight. It gets hard sometimes because when you have a desire to see people live and love and be better and heal, but you don't get the response that you're looking for, that's how the enemy creeps in and says, now get over there and sit down. But we got to push back on his little raggedy behind and let him know, no, this is where we belong. This is where we're supposed to be.
That's right. Come on now.
That's why we're here on tonight. I pray I'm making sense right now.
Yes.
You pray. Girl, you say you feel like you in church, Tiffany. Honey, I can't help it. Whatever's in you is gonna come out.
God, right now. So I got, piggyback on that. On my computer, I have when you were saying show the devil that he can sit back. I have on my computer make hell pay. And I have I have be blameless on the other side of my computer. Hey, Sophia, why you got make hell pay? Are you, are you paying it? No, because the devil want us to, react to, things that's going on in our life. And he feels good when we have that, we're humanized. So of course, sometimes, we're back and forth with it, but making hell pay is stomping on him. Making hell pay is like, no, I have God. I have Jesus who I am.
Yes.
So make you pay, devil. Make hell pay, because you have nothing in my no surroundings, no people, that's nothing that's coming towards me. I'm gonna make you pay, devil. So I just wanted to pick back on that.
You
Dr.
better just go ahead, niece.
Come on, make hell pay blindness, because but I want is it an age? Is it just for adults, or is it for adolescents? Yeah.
To drink it.
Mhm.
No, not specifically. My children, like my granddaughter, how old is the oldest? Ava is 8.
Okay.
And Ava will come here now. Something's going on. So let me get you some noni. Drink it, and it's wonderful.
So it's
Yeah.
kids.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
My grandson is
Even with that, we
You know
can
what?
add
Because as soon as my grandson got that door and I got a bottle of noni, he getting some.
yeah.
My
Oh, yeah.
5-year-old grandson,
Oh, yeah.
his mom gave him a little bit because
Mhm.
he could not shake this cold, and it was getting worse and worse. As soon as she started giving it to him, he started getting better.
Mhm.
He's 5, going on
Young.
45, but he's 5. Yeah.
I have like 4 CP, and I have this young client that goes to therapy, and when I tell you, y'all, he has like 20-25 seizures a day. It's so sad. It's just back to back.
Yeah.
Imagine what pain that little boy be in, or
Mhm.
we have many other clients that's all pain, especially in that paralysis recovery community, that's just always in pain, and some of them still percentile, how they always trying to just push pills upon them, and they're just taking pain pills and things like that. So I just, like, as we were talking, that came to mind too, as far as, is it kid friendly as well as adults.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Mm.
I'm I'm loving what I'm hearing, Auntie.
Me too. I love it. And you know what I'm interested in is, like you said, developing your own testimony. Because I like for people to be like, "What you been doing?"
Exactly.
You look. I'm like, well, let me tell you.
Right.
Let me tell you, girl. Let me tell you, girl, baby. Wait a minute. Let me tell you.
To
And
share.
look, and I'm gonna tell you, I pay attention. So I'll be hearing, I'll find out from you, I share yours. I mean, that's what I just did. You see what
You
I'm
sure
saying?
did.
All I did was share other people's testimonies, but this is what I mean, but I'm using it.
But I
This is
like
what
what
I
you were
do
talking about.
daily.
You said that we have to come find our own way, and when the way is presented to you, take the way. Because we constantly look and we pray and we do this, and God drop it right. It's like right in front of you,
Yeah.
and you keep.
And
You
we'll
know,
always find an excuse, and we'll always find some reason. And Tahira tell
Mhm.
you, I just stepped out on all the faith that I had, because that's how I live my life now. Just being a breast cancer survivor, my faith is different. My it's just different.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I do things that I never thought I would do. It's just different. Because at this point, what I got to lose? Please say
Come on.
enough.
No.
And so this was one of the best decisions that I did make. Even when I was like, how to pay for this? How I'm gonna do it? But God blessed me with a way to do it.
Rashida,
Always.
can
I
you
will
tell
share
them
that
the
with you
whole
all.
situation? Tell them the
Huh?
whole situation, like where you were at that point. Like
So, like, literally at that point, when I was introduced from to Tahira by a mutual friend, I thought it was just something completely different that he was connecting us about. I didn't even realize it was this. And about, just the Tahitian Noni, just that whole business opportunity. I just thought it was something else because I knew she had a nonprofit and blah, blah, blah. But as she was talking to me, the more she was talking to me, I'm like, wow, and then when she told me the packages, look, I was not even working. I did not have a job.
I know
You
how
know,
you are,
I,
Rashida.
I had one. I had one coming in like a couple of weeks, but I'm like,
No,
what us gonna
like
do?
no.
What us gonna do? And then Tahira, she did. She presented some ways that I can do it. I was able to just finance it through what was it? PayPal.
Yes.
And I was approved just like that. And that's how I was able to get the bigger package, because I looked at it, this is really not my first rodeo in, different businesses and things like that. I do know the importance of having inventory as well, because I knew once I started using it and how it was making me feel, the fact that I'm almost out of all of my inventory. Let me just tell y'all right now.
That part. That's what I
I'm
was.
almost out.
Yeah.
I'm almost out. And so this is really what I have. Honestly, I only have this left. I have only 3 bottles of Noni Max left. This bottle here, I'm just showing y'all, but this is going to my client in the morning, and that's my last bottle.
I'm just saying, why I ain't been your client?
Okay,
Like,
girl.
I ain't been
I'm
no-
not surprised.
After
I'm not
15,
surprised.
I had 15 bottles.
yeah.
This is it. This is my last one. It's gone tomorrow.
That's
So
powerful.
Patience.
and then now I am on my skinny drops.
The skinny drops.
I have 2 customers already that order these and the box of the pouches, of the 30 pouches faithfully every single month.
Mm-hmm.
So because they, I don't tell people. I just shared this was done for me, and people like, well, but then let me try it. And that's what happens too when you are an authentic person. And when you're a good person, people know that, people feel that, people feel that. And I'm not here to, like Dr. Tanya said, force nobody to do nothing. I'm just telling you, this is what it's done for me. And this is a whole new year. I'm not trying to get breast cancer again. I'm not trying to get any type of ailment. And I feel like it has been helping me keep all that at bay.
Yeah.
So that is where I'm at. So who joining me? That's all I'm saying. Holler at me. When we get off this call, you know what I'm saying? I get everybody situated, and yeah, but pray on it. We could talk tomorrow, whatever you need. All I know is after I hung up with Tahara, I think 2 days later, I was in like Flynn. And I didn't really know a lot about the business. I wasn't the most confident in talking about it. She was like, well, you have to do videos. I'm like, well, I don't really know yet. But the more calls that I was on, and the more information that I got, and then the more information that I really just started reading it, because we get it immediately in the door. I just sat there and finally just started reading it and was amazed. I was like, what? It does this? So then when I started talking about it, it was just natural, because it was just the truth. So yeah, that's all I got.
Well, definitely send me everything.
I will. Who is Brenda? Doris, did you unmute your phone to say something?
I just want to say thanks for the information presentation. I would like to try it uh, and see what it does for me. And then I wanted to understand about subscription. Is that something that I'm ordering from you, or is that being a partner?
No, it would be from me. So I will call you and we can talk, and then you can let me know exactly what you're looking for, whether it's a bottle. And then when you order it on from my website, you can hit the subscription button, and so then you'll get that every month.
Is
And
that
what
is there a
it
discount to getting the subscription,
is.
or
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
Because I thought I heard $65 a bottle or something like that.
Yep, it is. But
Okay,
I mean, it's my business. So, those are things that those are different offers with different, discounts for, subscription customers.
got it.
Absolutely. be a discount.
Okay, we can, yeah, we can talk. We'll talk later. Thank you so much, everybody, though.
And thank you for joining me. I know you gotta go. I saw somebody else on here, so I'm gonna call you tomorrow, Doris, or you can call me
Okay.
after work tomorrow or whenever. Tonight, you know, I'm up. I don't go to bed. I
Thank
saw
you.
somebody named Brenda who was on here earlier. I didn't know who that was. I didn't know if that was my cousin Brenda or what, but I don't think she's back on the phone. And then I see an iPhone 146. I didn't know who that was. I just wanted to recognize everybody before we wrapped up everything. Okay. Well, and thank you, my daughter. I see you've been on the call. Thank you so much. I know my other daughter, my oldest, had to jump off. So you know, we've represented so much on this call, from Atlanta to Chicago to Indiana, Arizona. Where else? There was one other place, I think. Oh, Hawaii.
Mhm.
That's what's up. So can you imagine us all coming together and just educating people and just being our authentic and honest selves because of how of what it's doing for us? Because that's really what it is. It's not selling to anybody.
Right.
You know, people say I'm not a seller, but that's not what this is. This is education. This is education, and education that is so needed, especially amongst our people. It's the first thing we always want to say, that ain't, I heard that, and I heard. And I don't know why that is a lot of times our first, you know, reactions or responses to things. But hey, I just know where I'm at and where I would like to take everybody that I know and love. Okay, so I love y'all. That's all that I have. Tahira, I don't know if you would want to end it on whatever, but we will get on the call with all of you all that, you know, have shown interest about, you know, the business aspect, and we'll get you all, you know, going on that. But I do want you all to lay on that and pray on that, you know, at least 24 to 48 hours. Or if you feel like, you know what, I'm ready to go now, let's go. Whichever one. Okay, we're here. We are here.
Yes, we are definitely here. And we, like Dr. Tanya Joyner Scott said, we are not in business by ourselves. We are together and we work together. That's the whole partner code. We work together with one another and we leave nobody behind. So we
That's
thank you
right.
so much for being here with us. And we want you to join business with us. But before that, like everyone has said, we want you to try the Noni for yourself.
Yes. Yes. So everybody have a blessed and prosperous rest of the week, which is actually tomorrow. And have a wonderful weekend. And I love you. And I'll be talking to each and every one of you, whether it's this evening or first thing tomorrow. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
And
Love
thank
you, Mom.
you,
Good
Dexter and
job.
Dr. Tanya. Thank you so much for
You're so
lending
welcome.
me this support this evening. It meant everything. Thank you.
Thank y'all. I enjoyed myself. This was awesome. And we honored really that you guys, you and Tahira, both allowed us to be here. So thank all of you. And thank y'all for showing up sincerely. All right.
Sincerely. All righty.
Have a
Good night, all.
Bye-bye.